Okay, it said, hi everyone. How are you today? Here we are again, another Wednesday Facebook Live. I have a great training for you today about how to build momentum that will lead in a 5-day challenge or, workshop, 5 days, okay, that will lead to increased participation from your audience, engagement, and then more buyers, right? Because that's what we want. That is the purpose of a 5-day challenge, is to upsell to a signature program or another higher ticket program than the challenge, okay? The challenge, what you're doing is introducing people to you. You're building momentum day after day after day to keep people engaged and excited and really like absorbed with what you're providing them as far as learning experience, content, actual to-dos, activities to actually do things, and they're seeing results, so that by the end of the 5 days, more likely than not, they want to start buying, they want to work with you. Right? So we've got to build momentum over 5 days, because what you notice in a 5-day challenge or workshop is a lot of people show up in the beginning of a workshop, but then it drops off at the end. But the idea is, how are you going to keep people participating, engaging, so that the buyers pop out? Okay. So here's a couple of things you want to do. Not a couple, I have 11. I have 11 things that I believe are the basics of what you need to inject into your 5-day challenge or workshop. First of all, you need email reminders. So you might have done promotional emails to get people into the workshop, but during the workshop, okay, those 5 days, is you want email reminders to go out saying, we're starting later today. Here's the link. If you're doing it on Zoom or any other place, you want to provide the link. Okay. And then as you get closer to the hour of the actual live workshop or challenge, you want another email to go out saying it's happening in 30 minutes, an hour. Okay. You can actually do 3 emails leading up to the live presentation. Don't think that you're nagging people. Okay. First of all, less than 20% of people open emails. All right. So you're not going to get the same people opening up your emails, hour by hour. Okay. It just doesn't happen. Okay. You're not nagging. You got to remember, people are busy. And so your reminders that are going out are prompts to remind people, oh, I want to get on that workshop. Oh, I don't want to miss it. Okay. So you want email reminders during the 5 days. You want to keep the momentum, keep the attention on what is happening during the 5 days. Then you also do emails after the live event and show people where the recordings are. Okay, because most people are going to watch the recordings than get on live with you. It's just, people are working, they're tending to kids, they're at doctor's appointments, they're, shopping. Not everyone is going to be on, like right now, on with me live on this Facebook Live. So I know I have a list of 20 people that I will follow up with after this live, that said they wanted to participate but couldn't reach the live. So I will send them the recording. The same with challenges. Okay, every day after the challenge, you want to send out the recording. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, you want post reminders, Facebook post reminders. Okay, the same frequency every day. Several times a day prior to going live, you want to send out reminders. Again, not everyone is on Facebook at the time that you post, so don't think that you're being a nag. These are, helpful reminders, okay? So you definitely want post reminders, not only in your Facebook group, but on your personal page or in any other group that you're allowed to post in. You want to let people know what's happening, okay? So post reminders. Another way to keep people participating and engaged are to offer one scholarship to your program. So fully paid scholarship to your program. But you want to qualify for the scholarship. You have to do the homework every day. You have to participate in the in the comments below. You want to set parameters that the people that are going up for the scholarship are actually driving your engagement underneath your live challenge or your live workshop. Okay, so that is a way to increase participation and increase the engagement. Is they will know they have to engage if they want to be considered for the scholarship. Okay, so that's another way. The fourth way is offer a referral giveaway. So referral giveaways are that prior to the 5-day workshop or challenge, you say, if you refer someone to the workshop, I will put your name, for every person you refer that shows up, I will put your name in the hat, and I will draw a lucky winner at the end of the 5 days, and you will get some kind of prize. And the prize has to be juicy, or else people are not going to do it. It can't be just, a book. It's got to be something, either some money, $75, $100, or some kind of, it should not be a coaching with you. It should be something tangible, Instapot, or, earbuds, or something like that that really gets people excited that they actually will say to their colleagues in the field or their friends. If you're a health coach and you have friends that would also love to drop 20 pounds, you would invite friends over, and then you just say, let me know who you invite and I'll keep tabs of that. Okay, that's another way to get at least 20 to 40 extra people into your Facebook challenge. Okay, the more people into the challenge, the more engagement you're going to get, the more participation you're going to get. So you definitely want to do that. Okay, offer referrals. Okay, offer homework prizes. So the person that does the homework every day, their name will go into a hat, and a drawing will be done at the end of the 5 days. You don't have to be on to win. This could be something of less value, but still what people want. Okay, so I generally give away books, marketing books or interesting books, or one time I gave away, what was the name of that book? It was so good. Gratitude books. People love that kind of stuff. So I do that to keep the engagement so that people are posting their homework below the workshop or the challenge that will stimulate engagement and get people to participate. People love, once they see people participate, they want to participate. So you've got to jumpstart it with these little offers along the way. Okay, another thing we do during our 5-day challenges or workshop is we tag people as we go live. Okay, so anyone that has registered, and you want to register everyone, right? So who says they want to go be in the program. You don't want to assume that they remember that you're going live at a particular time. So you want to tag them in the comments below, and you want to chunk it down. Like, I don't put 100 names in one comment. You want to chunk it down that you do, 6 or up to 10 people's names, tag them per comment, okay? And that will also get the live to push out to more people in that Facebook group. Whether you're doing your challenge in your generic Facebook group, or you're doing it in a pop-up, okay? So you definitely want to tag people. You also, during your challenge, you want to not just deliver information like here, okay? You want to extract participation from the crowd that's on. So you want to be asking questions along the way, okay, to get people to engage below. And I just don't mean, where are you from, that sort of thing. But you want to stimulate some critical thinking through your challenge to have people participate below in the comments. And you want to ask the question and tell them to participate below. You've got to tell people what you want them to do, or they're not going to do it, okay? You definitely want to do that, okay? So ask questions throughout the workshop or the challenge. So that was number 7. So is this making sense to you guys? Are you doing these during your challenge or your workshops? Comment below. Are you doing these? Are you doing some of them, all of them? let me know below. Okay, so next, let's see, number 8. Another great way to get participating engagement is to ask what are their takeaways, what was the number one takeaway after the session, okay? So that they comment below, okay, in the comments below. Because you want to see what are people getting from your information that you're putting out there, from the challenge, from the assignments, from the homework. You know, this is a way to get people to play with you. Now, this is if you're not doing it on Zoom, where you have opened it up where people can unmute themselves. But this is if you're going live on a Facebook group and you're not doing it on Zoom. Okay, which I kind of prefer sometimes. You know, sometimes I do it on Zoom. Sometimes I do it straight in the Facebook group. Sometimes I stream it to the Facebook group. But I kind of like the participation underneath the live like it is now, because the more people that participate below, the more Facebook is going to push that streaming out to more people in your group. Okay, so that's number 8. Number 9. So you are constantly increasing the momentum as you go along day after day. You want to recap, obviously, each day. What did they just learn? What is the homework assignment? Do they have questions? You know, you want to make it as interactive if possible through this, veil that we got going on here. Okay? That's how you keep the momentum going. You want people to play, okay? So you want to give away as much value as you possibly can so that people are like, wow, there's so much going on here. This is more than anything I've ever paid for. I'm getting that much value. You want people to walk away saying, if this is what her free program is all about, what is this paid program going to be about? Okay? That's what you want to leave people with, to percolate inside people as they're going through day after day after day. Okay? The other thing you want to do is you want to keep your energy up, right? If your energy is up, the momentum will stay up. Okay? That's another way to keep the momentum going that will get people to participate with you, all right? I've known people to play music as an intro, which is fine. I've seen people write on boards. They show, paper with anything to get people. I demonstrate a lot of times with funnels. I have, show and tell type of things going on. Bring props also to the live, because then it's more exciting to watch someone if there are props being exposed, shown, instead of just watching one person through for 35 to 45 to an hour. Okay, props are terrific. And the last thing I want to leave you with is you want to offer calls for people. You want to get in Messenger and find out how people are doing throughout the whole 5 days. How are you doing on the workshop? Do you need help with the homework? Would you like to hop on a call with me? Are you considering the program? You want to keep the buzz going to the very end and way after 5 days as well, for sure. Okay? So this is some of the things you've done. Charlotte says she's done some of the things, but no one purchases. I'm doing something wrong. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, once don't stop just because nobody purchases. Okay. My first launch of my program, one person bought. Okay. 3 weeks later, I did it again. Okay. 5 people bought. 3 people bought. Then 3 months later, I did it again. 5 people bought. So you got to practice and get better and better with every time you launch your 5-day challenge, your workshop, your boot camp, whatever you're doing as a free conversion event. I call them conversion events because you want to convert the audience, the registrants, into paying clients. Okay? And remember, it's all a funnel. The more people you get into your live workshop or challenge, the better, because less people will actually raise their hand and buy from you. Okay. So you really need to just perfect it over and over and over again. Okay. You want to make sure that what you are delivering to people doesn't, lets them see that working with you to get to where they want to go is really ideal. Okay. Your workshop or your challenge should be a snapshot of the entire scale of working with you. You don't want to give away everything working with you. You want to take a snippet of information from your program, and that's what your workshop or challenge should be about. Okay? So that's probably what's going on there. Let's see. That's what your workshop or let's see. Oh, see. Yeah. Hi, Wendy. Okay, good question about how do you pick a scholarship winner. Personally, what I do is I ask who wants to apply, for the scholarship, and I send out for those that say me, I do, and they've gone through the hoops of what I want them to do through the 5 days. On the 4th day of the challenge, I will send out an scholarship application to those people that have played full out and want to be considered for the scholarship, because I want to make sure that I'm giving the scholarship to someone who actually will do the work and actually I can help move from A to B. So that's what I do. Okay. And then from those scholarships, that I get, and I say, oh, there are 3 that I could work with, I put those 3 names into a hat and I pick one. That's how I do it. Okay. But I definitely will qualify to make sure that the right person is getting a $7,200, scholarship program, and that they're going to do the work for the year. Okay. And I've had great results with providing those kind of scholarships. Okay. I'll go over the list again. Yeah. When do I present the offer? You mean I do it. I will say I have something for you at the end of the program, because I want people to wait till the end of the program, the 5-day challenge. I have something special to offer you. So it perks their curiosity. I don't tell them what it's going to be, but I actually do it on I start on Wednesday morning, 7 minutes, just an intro. And then I heavily do it on Thursday morning and then Friday afternoon. That's when I present the offer. I don't wait till Thursday, just because people are starting to drop off and I want to be sure that it's getting out to as many people as possible. Okay, so let me go over the list again. Okay, email reminders during your workshop. Post reminders during the workshop. Offer a scholarship, a full, paid in full scholarship to the most qualified person that engages during your workshop and does all the homework or whatever you're asking them to participate in during the workshop, and I have them fill out an application. I offer a referral giveaway. I start way in the beginning, before I even launch, during the pre-launch, a referral giveaway, so I get as many new people into the workshop as possible. All right. I offer homework prizes. I tag people as I go live. We tag people. We ask questions throughout, so people are participating. We ask people what their greatest takeaways are from day to day, or as a recap in the morning after, to get people to play with us. You want to give more value away so that people want to go into your program. If this is what you're giving away during a 5-day challenge, what could possibly be behind the curtain to work with you? Wow. Okay. Most people want that wow. All right. Keep your energy up, obviously. And you want to get in Messenger every day and ask people, how are you doing with the homework? any questions you have. You want to personalize it as much as possible, okay? Then you want to see if people want to actually jump into your program. Do they want to jump on a call with you to see if this is the right fit for them? You know, make it easy. And I say, look, I will let you know if this is, and I have turned down many people that have hopped on a call with me, and it is not the right program for them. But I will tell them who is the right person for them to coach. Okay. The last time I did a workshop, I sent 2 people to a client of mine. Okay. And she is more appropriate for these 2 gals, and they are doing phenomenal. Okay. But that is, you know, I'm not scared to give it away because I know more is going to come in. And I couldn't possibly help these gals. Okay. But I know my client could. All right. So that's what I've got for you. Let's see if there's any more questions before we wrap this up. Yeah, scholarship, yeah, application. Good, good. Okay, you guys. So you got all that? Now, know that when you're first doing this, you may only put 4 of these in place. Then the next time you put 8 of these in place. You've got to spend a lot of time before you do a 5-day challenge. You want to be sure. You know, it may take you 4 to 6 months to set this all up. Not 6 months, weeks to set this up before you do a 5-day launch. But once you set it up, it is easy to repeat it over and over and over again as you do challenge after challenge, workshop after workshop. Okay? And that's what I have for you today. Okay, you guys. Now, I just want to let you know I am going to be holding a master class on how to run a master class, how to put together a master class quickly for your audience. If you're interested, I know, Charla, you're on the list. I think, Wendy, you took it last time. So if you're interested, 50 women have already gone through this master class and are reaping the benefits from it. So if that's something you want to be put on the list for, and I can definitely personally invite you to that when it becomes live, which will probably be next week sometime, let me know in the comments below, okay? And that will be a super duper great event. All right, it will be a paid event. It's probably going to be $127, but you are getting, you know, thousands of dollars worth of material. Okay. All right. So that's what I have for you today, and I will see you next week. Bye.